Brian started his business because he dreamt of freedom, control, and lots of money. Unfortunately, 5 years on, Brian had none of these things. He loved his business, but he felt stuck in a rut. He wanted to grow much faster and make more money, but he needed help taking the business to the next level. His wife Marjorie felt neglected, with Brian always putting work first and family second. Brian needed something to change, drastically. And suddenly, an apparition appeared from the clouds. Brian was surprised to see a group of part-time chief finance officers. And what was even more surprising was that they looked happy and full of energy. He discovered that they were a group of demigods with the power to cure any problem known to man, albeit with a strong focus on matters pertaining to finance. They beamed down David, a part-time chief finance officer who offered his help. David used to work for a big company who paid him lots of money because he was clever. Unfortunately, they made him use phrases like touch base and low-hanging fruit, which made his stomach churn, so he left. David had been a chief finance officer for many large blue-chip corporations as well as smaller entrepreneurial companies. He was a big hitter, but with a passion for helping grow SMEs. So Brian got a senior, entrepreneurially minded financial director on his team part-time for little more than the salary of a junior staff member. There was no recruitment fee, no contract, and no red tape. Bargain, thought Brian. David gave Brian a new lease of life, immediately reducing his workload, taking on important strategic projects and overseeing the successful day-to-day functioning of the finance department. Brian respected and trusted David and was amazed at how quickly he fitted into the team, whereas a traditional full-time CFO has to rely purely on his own knowledge and skills. David has a rather big advantage. Not only is he a proactive CFO who cares passionately about Brian's business, but he also has a number of CFO colleagues on his local team he can brainstorm with to find solutions to complex problems, and an even larger number of CFOs across Australia and Asia, and hundreds of CFOs located in 30 offices in 10 countries across 5 continents. So when Brian and David identified a $1 million funding requirement to grow the business, David could tap into a goldmine resource of the top chief finance officers in the world, all within the CFO Centre. Brian got his $1 million very fast. And when Brian wanted to expand into China, the USA and Australia, David was able to call his CFO colleagues abroad and fast-track launches in each of the countries. Brian became very rich and loved the work so much he sold his business for a massive profit. Then he started another, and with David's help, found time to enjoy family life again. Don't you just love it when a plan comes together? The CFO Centre could help you raise funding, sell your business for millions, overcome cash flow problems, dramatically improve profits, implement reporting dashboards, manage risk, and help build a much more stable and satisfying business. If you want a rather big advantage over your competitors and are interested in taking on a part-time CFO for the same cost as a junior staff member, click on the button on the right to find out why 8 out of 10 clients rate our services exceptional. Click here to hear real clients explain how a part-time CFO has transformed their business.